Today we will be talking about volume of shells by Kyle Allred and Daniel Bickel.
The equation you need to use to find it is integral from a to b 2 pi rh dx, when r is the radius and h is the height.
The example problem is, what is the volume of the region bounded by the curves y equals 4 minus x squared, y equals x, and x equals 0, when revolved around the y-axis.
Okay, so when all those three are graphed, you get something that looks like this, and what you're trying to find is in this area right here when it is revolved around the y-axis. And so this curve in the blue is 4 minus x squared. This line right here is x, and then this is x equals 0. First, what we have to do is find a and b, which is on the x-axis where these two cross and this. So it goes from, this is x, this is 0, comma 0, and this is 1.56, comma 1.56. So this is A and that is B. And you only use the x part of it. So take both the 0 and the 1.56 and just cross those out. Then you have those as your endpoints. So you'd start out the integral with 0 to 1.56. So after finding the endpoints, you want to find the height and the radius. So you draw a section right there and you revolve it around the y-axis like that. And so then when you take this cylinder and roll it out, it becomes a rectangle with this being the R, this being the H, and then there's a little width to it, which is just dx. So we know that the H is the upper graph up here, subtracting what it touches at the bottom, and that would be the red line right here. So then for the H, it would be 4 minus x squared minus x, because that's the equation of the top line minus the bottom line, which is like that.
R equals x. We know this because r equals the x distance away, so this area, and x is a constant. I mean, it's not a constant, it's always changing, so we just leave it as r equals x.
So now we have the four things that we need to put into the equation. So you set up the equation with the a on bottom, so 0, then b, which is 1.56, and then you do the 2 pi times r, which is x, times h, which is 4 minus x squared minus x dx. And the answer comes out to be 13.327. And that is how you find the volume with the